Hey guys, it's Shaman and Yolanda Harper, co-founders of Harper Therapy, and Hobbs.
We've got Hobbs
who needs a really bad haircut.
Yeah, we've got the top of his head there.
He's being very needy right now.
Well, what is happening is he's picking up on what's happening here. This is what therapy dogs do.
Right.
She's like, you need to pet me.
Right. So today we're going to talk a little bit about how over it we are.
For real. I mean, we are totally over it.
Yeah.
I think collectively we are all over it.
Yeah, I think so.
So, the state of affairs is that we have been social distancing, working from home, schooling from home, trying to do social activities from home for 5 zillion years at this point.
We're at least on day 4,000.
Over the weekend, Governor DeSantis made the announcement that schools will continue virtually for the remainder of the school year. So I think that felt kind of like a nail in the coffin as far as like resume, even though it was obviously the right thing to do, the safe thing to do. But I think emotionally it felt like a little bit of a nail in the coffin.
A little deflating,
as far as
right?
like returning to regular activities.
Right.
I think that there's some good news in that we're flattening the curve.
Right.
But also what we're realizing is that we still got a ways to go before things will be safe enough to resume any kind of...
Until us extroverts can enjoy life again.
So, here's what I'm going to say. Here's Hobbs' nose. And this has been a topic of conversation in some therapy sessions recently where, clients are asking in individual sessions, like, this thing is happening in my relationship. Mm-hmm. Or I'm having this problem with my partner or whatever. And, that part of the conversation is, all of those little nuances that have always been there are just amplified right now.
I saw a meme the other day and it was like, I can't stand to hear you blink.
That's about right. It's how over it we are. And
right.
here's what happened. This is why at Harper Therapy we specialize not just in trauma but in relationships.
Right.
Because we know that along the way at some point what comes out sideways with trauma and our experiences of trauma impact our relationships.
Right.
So the stress that we've all been under for weeks and weeks on end now, our tolerance level has reduced substantially. Things are coming out sideways.
And it bubbles up differently for like different types of people. Like I'm an extrovert, you're an introvert.
You are an extrovert. Yes, that would be true.
So like I just want to lay on the floor and cry and say I'm so bored all day long. And she's like hiding in the closet to stay away from me.
Well,
because it's
not
a safe
to
spot.
stay away from you. I just, to maybe a little bit to stay away from you.
I'm ready to like go around and start licking doorknobs because I just want to get on with this.
No. But the difference between extroverts and introverts, and again, this is something that we have talked about on other Facebook Lives, right? That is a way that we tend to find a partner who is the opposite of who we are.
Right. I mean, and we couldn't be any more opposite.
We are very much opposite. So you are an extrovert.
Right.
And you really thrive on being with people.
Right.
And not only being with people, but being with people kind of face to face. You thrive off the energy in the room.
Right.
You like that kind of stimulation.
Right. Whereas you like to hide in a dark hole.
No. So introverts do we still like people, but we kind of like our people. We don't like small talk,
Right.
We really thrive on a period of solitude. Like that solitude is what kind of helps us to calm our nervous system so that we can re-engage.
Right. And like deeper connections and Right.
Deeper connections, meaningful connections.
Right.
And so now that we've been in this confined space within the 4 walls of our house or on the lanai of our house, there have been different ways that we have had to navigate through. And there are different ways that as couples we have to figure out how to navigate through.
Right.
this kind of pairing of being an extrovert and an introvert.
Right, it complicates things, right? Because it just means you tend to rub, you know, like I can't go hang out with people, I can't go do things, I can't go...
And so you naturally kind of look towards
gravitate
me.
towards you to entertain me.
He's like, please, I'm so bored.
Do something. Juggle.
Stand on my head.
Entertain me.
Yeah. I mean, that's the reality. And I'm sure that there are a lot of other households where these things are happening, right? So the thing is to recognize this is part of the dynamic that is at play, right? This is your introvertness coming out, and your extrovertness coming out.
I wish
that you were an introvert. No, I don't. This is your unique, character as an extrovert.
I like that you're unique.
No, it's one of the things that attracted me to you, right? And even in my introvertedness, there are so many times that I want to harness my, shaman extrovertness, and I do that, right? But it's a challenging when we are like so confined in this space together, and we're not able to put things into practice that we normally would.
Right. And you're kind of living with two extroverts.
I do. Yeah, we have a daughter
right
who's
now,
an extrovert.
Our daughter is an extrovert. I'm an extrovert. She's an introvert. So
that's why I was hiding in the closet.
Two of us tend to hang out on the couch and watch movies and be like, "Where's mom? Where's mom? Where's mom? Where's mom?"
Yeah. So you have some tips as the extrovert for extroverts in our viewing audience.
Well, I mean, I think we were talking through this earlier with our daughter too, and she came up with some pretty good ideas. But we've got to find alternative ways for that connection, right? Like you can't look at the introvert and go, "Entertain me." I want to, it just doesn't work.
I'm not very entertaining. I'm not.
Jump, do something. But I mean, I think the general idea is there's still ways to connect beyond the household, right? And whatever ways, and I mean, there are as many ways as like you could think of, but just to throw a few of them out there, my daughter has been doing some movie watching apps where like you can actually sit with a group of people and watch stream shows or watch things, and you're kind of interacting with people while hanging out doing something, even though it's virtually, right? And I mean, and obviously FaceTime with people, connecting with people, you could still talk to people. I think we, in a lot of ways, we turn that off. We just think, oh my God, life's over. I just got to sit here. But really, that shouldn't stop us from reaching out to other people and connecting kind of beyond, that little sphere of our living room and kitchen,
Yeah.
So, and then I think another big one is getting outside. We're in Florida, so it's getting a little hot here, but every opportunity we can, we try to get outside, whether it's walking the dogs in the evening or right now we're sitting out on our back patio. There's just something about being outside that is different than being inside. As that was coming to my head, I thought that's profound. But there is. And so did I break you?
No, I'm just thinking that this is so vastly different from like 3 feet on the other side of the window. But that's okay. It is. It is. It's
but
nice
it is, in some weird way, sitting outside is different than sitting 3 feet inside the house on the couch.
Okay.
So that's my 2 big tips.
Yeah. I would say as an introvert, as much as you want to be around for your people, because we are very connected to our people, guard your solitude and pay attention to like your intuition, right? That the solitude feeds the intuition.
Right.
And so those times that I have kind of said, okay, intuition, shh, no, my people need me.
Right.
That has turned out to be abysmal.
Kind of crosses that line, right?
It doesn't end well.
Right.
So, it's a boundary. It's a healthy boundary. It's a necessary boundary. If I'm going to be able to continue to show up being the best version of myself possible throughout all of this.
All this takes a little communication, right?
Right.
We have to communicate our needs with each other.
Right.
And if it's protecting your solitude, you got to be able to communicate with those extroverts that are around you. Hey, I need this time. You know?
I need an hour. I need 20 minutes.
And on the flip side, the extroverts have got to be able to say, hey, I need this now. I need you to sit by me for 5 minutes and let me talk about stupid stuff.
Yeah, and let's plan like, oh, hey, let's do this, activity with the two of us, and then, the introvert can go off and spend
then alone time.
Separate but apart. I mean, together but apart.
Together,
together but separate.
Together but separate.
Yes,
right?
we're together but separate.
Right. That's our friends, Mike and Tara. That's our friends' statement always. Together but separate.
Yeah, we come together and then we take the break.
Right.
And that's what will help us to be the better versions of ourselves, or the best version of ourselves possible.
Right. So I think communication is key. A lot of this,
and to have that communication, so we're not taking it personally.
Right.
Like, this is not you. This is not. I don't want to, help you, or I understand that you're missing your people.
Right.
I don't care. It's
Right.
like, okay, I understand that you have this need, and let's kind of make a plan for how to help each other through this.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. What else? Anything else?
I think that's it. Yeah. So this is how we're gonna get through with our relationships.
Day 4054 and I'm so bored.
I think I need to go journal. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. If you are an extrovert who is sharing space with an introvert, share some of your tips on getting through. If you're an introvert sharing space with two extroverts and you're doing something in addition to hiding on the floor in the closet, please let me know.
Looking for some advice.
All right, take good care, guys. Be well and take good care of each other. Talk to you soon.